Want to grow on TikTok? Join our agency for support with expert mentoring, stream protection, and audience growth. It's time to level up. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description to join today.
We expect from this group on Saturday night?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I think first of all, it's great to see Viddal Riley back. It's been a frustrating year, really. He's been ready to fight Isaac Chamberlain since the start of the year. We went and did the Makaula fight, broke his rib in the first round, and drifted and absolutely cruised to victory. And I think that shows the measure of the fighter that we have. He's taken a bit of time to recover now. Delighted to see him back. It's part of his preparation for hopefully Isaac Chamberlain in February. But for me, the brightest prospect in that cruiserweight division, Stephen McKenna, returns with one of the records that can match anyone in world boxing, taking on Lee Cutler, which is a great fight. Lee's had to work his way back into contention. Stephen McKenna coming off Fight of the Year. And then Mark Jeffers in that super middleweight division. For me, he's the dark horse. He's the one that can go to world level. He's got a big fan base from Manchester. It's great to see him back. He's actually got a tougher fight than we originally envisaged against Joshua Quarty, who comes in with 9 knockouts out of 10 wins. And so, yeah, great undercard. Great to see a lot of them back, and yeah, really looking forward to it.
Well, I'm glad that we have a little bit of separation between Lee and Stephen. We saw it get a little chippy over Skysports. I don't think these two are maybe the biggest fans of each other, but we'll get to that in a second. I want to come to Mark Jeffers first. Mark, you're back out following a 5th-round knockout win over Darren Johnston back in May. Can we expect another explosive performance from you on Saturday?
Yeah, I'm punching a lot harder now. I made a statement last time. I just think I'm way above this level. I should be fighting at a higher level already. I can't do much more, but just keep winning. So, yeah, it's going to be a devastating knockout once again.
Now you're competing for the Commonwealth silver title against Joshua Quarty. What do you know about your opponent?
Not much. I've changed of opponent last night. My coach rang me and just said, it is what it is. I'm just glad to be back out. It's been May. I thought I was fighting in August, then September, October, then November, and I'm just made up. I've got a fight before the end of the year.
Well, your opponent comes into this unbeaten, 10 wins, 9 of them coming by knockout. You're usually someone that likes to control the pace of your fights, but it's safe to say with his resume, he may be the one that actually puts his foot down and wants to step on the gas. Are you prepared for a fight that really could be a bit of a slugfest?
Yeah, if it comes out, he's going to get knocked spark out in the first round, so I'm not bothered.
That answers my question. I appreciate the straight to the point there. If you get through this fight on Saturday night, 2025 can be a big year for you. There's been a lot of conversations about you and Callum Smith and him defending his British and Commonwealth titles against Steve Woodall on January 11th. Is that a fight, when you see Callum Simpson, is that a fight that you really are targeting for 2025?
Yeah, that's my #1 fight, that. I keep saying it. I've earned it. I beat Chelly 2-week notice, and I still don't feel like I'm getting the recognition I deserve. So, for me, everyone knows the biggest fight in Britain at super middleweight is me against Simpson. So there's no excuse for that not to happen. So obviously, we've both got to win. If we win, that fight's got to be next.
You've always been someone that goes in there, somewhat a man of few words, likes to handle your business in the ring. I'm curious though, do you have a message for Callum Simpson? Is there something that you want to say to him about what you think that fight could be or what you think you could do to him in that fight?
Yeah, I beat Callum Simpson every day of the week. He's a good fighter, but he's makes far too many mistakes. Somebody like me, I'll show him. Just show him. Yeah, just show him what's what. We already
have Jeffers' support here at the press conference. I love to see it. You're going to have a great batch of fans on the night of the fight. I'm sure they always travel well for you. Good luck, Mark.
Nice.
Thanks for being here today. Viddal Riley. Now, Viddal, you are never someone to make excuses.
Right.
You show up, you do your business, you work hard, you're a true consummate professional. But you did break some ribs against Makaula, which makes your win against him even that much more impressive. What's it like being back now, recovered from your injury? Firstly, welcome back. How you feeling?
I feel good. Very good to be back, in fact. It's been a year of working in the dark, and I just can't wait to show what I've been working on. That's what Saturday night's about. Saturday night's about showing what you do in the dark. and yeah, entertain the people and shine.
You've always been someone that's almost transparent with their career. You obviously have a big social media presence and YouTube, and you always let your community inside and seeing what your camp is like. But I agree, you've almost been like, not in the dark, but it's almost like we've seen a different type of focus from you, because I feel like you know how close you are to what you want to achieve. Is that fair?
Definitely. The level's going up. The level's going up. It requires more. You can't do the same in the beginning, the middle, and the end. You have to match the level. So this year has been good for me to understand what realm I'm going into, who is in that section, and what it takes to defeat them. And put the work in, we'll get them.
Now, I know, we all know, you want to step in the ring with the best in the world right now. And you'd be willing to do that probably in the next 5 minutes if we could get you a pair of gloves. But you're shaking some rust off, recovering from injury. This fight on Saturday, how important is it for you to get back on track?
Someone that's in the way. At the end of you can't make big plans while someone's in the way. So you have to extinguish that person, and then you can look forward to bigger nights. And this person is in the way of bigger nights. So we're going to do the job, entertain, feel good, and continue into the next year.
Now, we've talked about big fights. Ben mentioned it earlier. He was waiting for you ringside after your win against Michaela Wall. Isaac Chamberlain, Viddal Riley, those names have been linked now for a couple years at this point. Is that the fight that you want?
Listen, man, that's the fight that is planned to happen next. And that's the fight that I've wanted. You remember, I called it. October 2023, I called it. You were cool when he was fighting Mikel. I done it on TV. I was ignored, pushed to the side. You ain't bringing nothing to the table. I said, fair enough. Let me go and get the best win that you have, and then I'll come and see you. And I mean, that's what I've done. I picked up the injury in the fight. We're going to do what we need to do Saturday, and finally, we'll get him.
Now, I want to pull this out of you, okay? A message for Isaac Chamberlain. This is someone that's called you out, that's tried to say that you're not worthy of fighting him and things like that. You're someone that's fired back. There's been a lot of animosity between you two. A message for Isaac Chamberlain?
That's what Saturday night's about. Saturday night, we'll deliver the message. And
actions speak louder than words.
That's right.
I like it.
Right.
I like it. Well, welcome back, Viddal. It's great to have you back on the card. Happy to have you back up here. Welcome back.
Thank you.
All right. Now, I'm going to try to hopefully contain this next matchup. But before we come to that, Ben, we've heard about Mark and Callum Simpson. We've heard about Viddal and Isaac Chamberlain. These are two fights that you've been pushing now for months, if not years. These two fights, how badly are you trying to make them?
Look, it's a fight. I think Viddal made his biggest statement in how he dealt with Mikel Lawal versus, you know, the war really that Isaac Chamberlain and Mikel Lawal had. I think that was a statement in itself to do that this early on in your career. And then the fight has to be made. Obviously, it would already be made already. If it was up to Viddal, he'd have taken it in his 5th or 6th fight. And so, look, it's a major fight. Isaac always brings entertainment. He knows what he's doing. He's a great name in that cruiserweight division. But equally, he'll be seeing Viddal as his must-win fight, as his big name. He's come up short just against Chris Billensmith, against Lawrence Okoli, now against Jack Massey. It'll be killing him. And he'll be looking at Viddal Riley saying, this is the one for me. This is the big name. This is the one with the millions of followers. This is the one that hasn't done enough in the sport to deserve this fight yet. And I'm going to show him a lesson. So it's just a fantastic fight for British boxing. God willing, Viddal comes through all okay on Saturday night, and then the fans get the fight that they want. Okay, we're going to jump in here. This fight, they already had a little bit of moments on Skysports, so I'm just going to jump right in here. Stephen McKenna, what is going to happen on Saturday night for the Liverpool fans that haven't seen you fight, for the Sky Sports fans that haven't seen you fight, for the NBC Peacock fans that haven't seen you fight? What is Stephen McKenna going to do on Saturday to Lee Cutler?
Simple. I'm going to knock him out. Devastating fashion. You know, I don't plan on this fight going past 3 rounds. I've said it before in the past, and I'll say it again. This guy, he's too soft. He's too brittle, and he's there to be took down, and I'm going to do it.
Lee, response from that, same question to you. Lee Cutler on Saturday night, for all these fans that are going to be here, what are you going to do to Stephen McKenna?
I didn't hear what he said because he needs subtitles, so I hope you guys got subtitles for him.
Shut your mouth,
but
empty head.
it's going to be a great fight.
See if you're top
All the
of the ring,
talking's done.
That's all you're good at because you can't fight. I'm going to punch your head in, I can
I
promise
can't
you.
wait. I can't
Yeah,
wait.
you
I'm
can't
excited.
wait. You can't wait for your big send-off. You're getting knocked out on
I'm
your bike
excited.
and back to Burma.
I'm excited for that,
No,
Steve.
no more
Stephen,
carrying on the back
Stephen,
of
sit
Chris
down.
Billon-Smith. No more carrying on
quiet,
the back
Stephen.
of him. Your
Stephen.
days are over. Your days are long
Okay,
over.
Stephen.
Back to the
Stephen,
gym.
you're
back
a dangerous
to the gym.
man.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
Yeah, you know what? Because you're going to get knocked clean out.
All right. That was just one question in. Like, we got a couple questions to get through, fellas. I promise we're going to get through them. All right. Steven, last time we saw you, you put on a great show against Joe Laws. That Hagler-Hearn style, I mean, it may have stolen the show that night from what was a great night of boxing up in Barnsley. Both of you touched the canvas in the first round before you got him out of there in the third. Can we expect more of that type of style from Stephen McKenna, those types of firework fights?
Yeah, it's going to be even crazier. I'm telling you now, I'm not messing around. In the very first bell, the minute that bell goes, I'm going straight for him. And, you know, Laws, I had a hand it to him that night. He came and fought. Let's hope Cutler does the same. This is your big opportunity, Lee. Don't mess it up. Don't go on your bike. Don't run and try to sneak fighty wins like you've did in the past. You know, you just about won your last 3 fights. Just about.
Is he talking to me or what? Because I can't understand what he's
talking.
I can't understand him.
I can see this fella. This fella's took too many punches. I can see you don't understand anything anyone says. Are you all right, Lee? You know where you are. You're fighting Saturday night, yeah. You're getting.
Lee, a response.
A response to that is, I'm excited for Saturday night. I'm really, really excited for Saturday night. You fought welterweights and super lightweights. You call out super lightweights on the mic after.
And you know
You're
what?
embarrassing.
You know what?
You're embarrassing.
I'm going to move up the middleweight after this because I'm not big for the weight.
Spit it out,
I'm a
Junior.
big super welterweight. And trust me, you're getting knocked clean out. Whether you like it or not, you're laughing. You think I'm messing around. You honestly think I'm messing around. Where I go in there and...
Mate, I know you're not messing about.
Yeah,
You're a delusional fella.
When this fight was
You're a
announced,
delusional
when
fella.
this fight was
You're
announced,
going to see
you went
Saturday
out
night.
to Saudi Arabia.
You're going to see it Saturday
out
night.
for a wee holiday.
Chaos resumes.
Yeah, we'll see.
Chaos resumes.
They call you Chaos, yeah. You're some
They call me the
fucking
dentist
chaos.
as well.
All right. Lee. Stephen
Or the tooth fairy, sorry.
Be quiet. You'll be knocked clean out, whether you like it or not. Whether you keep smiling.
Gentlemen.
We'll see. It's only me and you in the ring. Remember that. Oh yeah.
All right. I'm going to try to at least establish a little bit of control before these two start fighting on stage. Lee, Stephen McKenna's been someone that's been avoided a lot. A lot of people haven't wanted to get in the ring with him. Okay. You saw that Joe Laws fight. You wanted that fight. You were vocal about it. You wanted this fight to happen. You helped make it happen. You're one half of this fight happening. Why are you the one that can bring that chaos, that can beat Stephen McKenna?
Because I've got more in every department that he's got. And he's just another stepping stone. Every fight's serious now. I believe I had tougher tests along the way than he's had. He's knocked out 14 journeymen, you know. Joe Laws and the guy before, you know, they were average opponents, but he knows he's in for a serious fight Saturday night. He knows it. And I know I've got a test on my hands. I'm not delusional enough to think it's not going to be a hard fight at all. I just know I'm capable of winning, and that's all that matters.
Stephen, to you, a win over Lee Cutler, what does that do for your career? Why did you take this fight?
This is only a small fight for me. You know, this is going to set me up for bigger things. I want to be out early next year. Keep the fights coming. I fought in September or August, sorry. Cutler has been a year out of the ring, and he's coming back to fight me. That's some fight to be walking straight into. You know, a fight against me, a guy that knocks people out. Jeez, you're in for it. You can smile all you want. We'll see who's smiling in the ring. It's only me and you, as I said. Your whole team, the people that guided you into this. You know,
I am comfortable
fight,
at fighting.
This
I
fight,
am at my most comfortable when I'm fighting.
This fight.
You don't realise. You really don't realise. You think I'm some sort of posh kid. I'm from a fucking council estate.
Are you gonna cry?
I'm going to punch your fucking head in.
This fella's going to cry. Get him a pair of hankies or someone. You're going to cry. I don't believe it. This fella.
Apologies for the language.
He turned down this fight 3 times. I've been looking for this fight all year. He's been put on the shelf. This is why he hasn't been fighting. So he's at a crossroad where he has no other option, whether to fight me or go back to the small hall shows, and this is his only option. So this is his big send-off. This is probably his last fight ever.
Lee, last question to you. Started with Steven, finished with you. Steven is undefeated. He's had some good fights, lots of knockouts. He pushes the pace. A win over Stephen McKenna, what does that do for Lee Cutler?
Well, Ben Shalom promised me a headline down in Bournemouth if I get this win. And I'm very, very confident of getting the win. So that's what I want next. He's just a stepping stone. He's in the way. Like every fight's big at this stage. So yeah, I've taken this very, very seriously.
All right, before this, I want to give one last opportunity to both of you to say something. You both have been pretty outspoken. You've had a lot to say. I'm going to hopefully keep this under 30 seconds apiece here. Steven, final message for Lee Cutler.
This is your big opportunity. Don't blow it. Don't go into the ring. Don't be afraid. Don't run like you did in the past. You said you're going to come and fight, so let's bring it. Let's treat the fans. And the main thing is that I see you in the ring on Saturday night. Let's hope you don't slip in the shower or something. I want to make sure that you turn up and fight night.
Final statement from you, Lee.
There's nothing more to say. It's already been said. Chaos resumes Saturday night.
Ben, you have a real good fight on your hands, and the fans have a great fight. Betfred fight of the night on Saturday. Stephen McKenna, Lee Cutler, what can we expect from this war?
Look, I think if anyone that's watched Stevie fight knows what to expect, and I expect no different. Lee's done fantastically well to work his way back into this position. His last two performances were really good, really impressive, really good wins, but this is a huge test. It's a big test for both of them. I think it'll be chief support on the night just before the main event. What an opportunity, and yeah, may the best man win. Hopefully we don't see the fight before Saturday night, and both of them turn up.
I want to get paid, don't worry.
And do it properly on Saturday, but yeah, great fight for the card.
I love it. We may need to separate, half the stage goes one way, half the stage goes another way. Thank you all. That was the next batch of our press conference. We'll be back with our chief support and our main event. But in the meantime, I'll toss up to Matt and Andy. Thank you to Mark, Viddal, Lee, and Steven. We'll be right back. Translator Danelia with you. Bexy, first off, welcome to the UK. How are you enjoying your time here so far?
Primero que nada, bienvenida al Reino Unido y cómo has disfrutado tu estancia aquí.
Buenos días a todos. La verdad es que me siento muy agradecida con todos por la estancia. Estoy con un gran equipo y me han tratado muy bien.
Good morning, everyone. I'm very grateful to be here, and I am very grateful for the team that I have and how well they've treated me and how well the country has welcomed me.
Well, very much welcome. You're going against a former Olympic gold medalist and a unified world champion. What do you know about your opponent, Lauren, and what sort of fight are you expecting on Saturday night?
Vas en contra de Lauren Price, que es medallista de oro olímpica y es ganadora mundial. ¿Qué sabes sobre ella, sobre tu oponente, y qué esperas sobre la pelea el sábado?
Sé perfectamente quién es ella y arriba del ring voy a dar lo mejor de mí y sé que ella también lo hará.
I know perfectly well who Lauren is on the ring, and I know who I am, so I'm just going to give everything that I can on the ring and have a good fight.
For the fans here in the UK, for the viewers on Skysports that may or may not have seen you fight before, how would you describe your style, and what can those people expect from Bexy Mateus on Saturday?
Para los fans de aquí de Inglaterra o de Irlanda que no te conocen, ¿qué podrías decirles sobre tu estilo de pelea y qué pueden esperar el sábado por la noche?
Lo único que voy a decir y que pueden esperar es que será una gran pelea.
The only thing I can say is that it's going to be a great fight.
You're joined on the stage by other welterweight world champions. If you're able to come through with the victory on Saturday, is Ivana or Natasha possibly someone that would be on your radar screen moving forward?
Estás en el escenario con otras campeonas y si llegas a ganar el